YouTube? This is Cover the Credits, and we are back today. It is beautiful out here. Absolutely beautiful.
It really is. Nice day.
It is an incredible day outside.
The beginning of a beautiful March, hopefully.
Yeah, it'll never happen. It'll rain like 30 days and 30 nights.
See, yeah. Okay, so before we get to what we did today, which I'm excited about, I have to ask Kevin a question. I've not prefaced this. You did not watch the Oscars. I'm almost 100% sure. Okay. Did you hear about the end of the Oscars?
No.
Okay. Now, there was a bit of a controversy at the end of the Oscars. No. You'll like this. This is funny, but I want to see your opinion. They had, obviously, Best Picture is the last Oscar of the night. That makes sense. Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Picture. Last three. They had Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway come out because it was the 50th anniversary of Bonnie and Clyde. They're both fine. They came out, did their thing. Now they pre-record all of the nominees, so they're not up there reading them. They did that for everything, so there's like a pre-recorded thing. They go through the nominees. Beatty's got the envelope, opens the envelope, looks at the thing, kind of looks quizzical, looks into the envelope, still looks quizzical, kind of looks around, shows Faye Dunaway, who reads La La Land and instantly says La La Land. And everything goes crazy. La La Land comes up, starts taking the Oscars. Next thing you know, one person's doing a speech. One of the producers, Hurwitz, I think his name is.
They didn't win.
No. There are people from the side stage with like headsets coming on, running on stage, like running through trying to find. Come to find out, well, at this point, Hurwitz realizes there's something wrong. Sees a red envelope in one of the stagehand's hands, grabs it, opens it, sees that Moonlight won Best Picture, goes up to the mic and says, "There's been a mistake. Moonlight won Best Picture," and everybody's like, "What? Oh, this is bull. It's a joke. It's a joke." He's like, "No, seriously." Holds up the thing. Moonlight won Best Picture. Come up here. And Jimmy Kimmel, who's the host, comes up and is like, "Well, I wish everybody could get an Oscar, Why can't we both?" And he's like, "No, I'll be more than happy to give this to who won with the crew from Moonlight." Now, talk about just cringy. What happened was, there are an envelope for the same award, left stage and right stage. Wherever the presenter comes on, that's where they get the envelope. Leonardo DiCaprio gave Emma Stone Best Actress right before Best Picture was on. Leonardo DiCaprio came from one side of the stage. The opposite stagehand was distracted or something. Did not get rid of that envelope. So then when Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway came on, that's why Beatty looked strange, because he saw Emma Stone, La La Land, and thought, that's not right. But obviously didn't know to be like, whoa, we got the wrong envelope, because that's never happened in like 100 and how many ever years. Yeah. So everybody's like, Kimmel goes, "Warren, what'd you do?" And then he explained. Everybody's like, "Oh, he had the..." But people were like, "Why are there more than one envelope?" There's no, and then they explained it. There are more than one envelope. Okay. I wanted to tell him the story to see what he thought. It was kind of hysterical at the time, but yeah. Now back to what we did today.
Should have just digital envelope.
I could see. Come
on, man.
Yeah, but then people were like, I would not doubt things change in the next few years.
It's the future.
Yeah.
Okay, so today, Stair drug me out to see Logan. He's like, "Dude, this movie got like 1,000% on Rotten Tomatoes." And I'm like, "It's only out of 100. How does it get 1,000, Stair? I don't understand."
That's true.
And he's like, "It's 1,000."
As of right now, before the movie I showed you was what, 95? 95 on Rotten Tomatoes, 77 on Metacritic?
That's a big gap.
8.8.
Like, I know they don't agree all the time, but that is a sizable gap between the two. That's like...
I thought it was weird. And maybe that's a mistake and it's not 77.
That's like 20%.
You're right. You do math well. Continue.
I have math powers.
So we went and watched Logan.
That is outside of a standard deviation.
Oh, see, now you're just...
I don't think it is, actually.
The vernacular.
I got a D in statistics.
So, what do you think?
It was good, not great.
I thought this is more like a Western than a comic book movie.
did have a pretty Western vibe going.
Which I liked. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed this a lot.
Yeah, no, it was definitely good. I didn't think it was quite great, but it was right on the border of being great. Like I said, it was just... a lot of the drama didn't feel like it was quite there. And they did a really good job of setting everything up. Actors, obviously, are incredible across the board.
Even the girl. Who, I mean, you never know with a kid, and she did very, very well.
And like I said, they did a good job of going through everything and setting up the story. And, you see this old burnt-out Wolverine and the half-crazy Xavier.
Yeah,
and like I said, and they both do a great job with that. And like I said, and I think they just missed it by a touch to me.
I mean, I can get, so I see what you're saying. To me, it didn't. I mean, to me, it felt perfect. If not perfect, but it felt right. I thought. I mean, Jackman's done this so many times. It's second half. This is easily the farthest from normal that he's played Wolverine. Normal Wolverine. I mean, and to me, this was probably his best Wolverine. Mm-hmm. He was good in Days of Future Past, where he was the main character, but this is probably his best Wolverine. Patrick Stewart, again, like you said, knocked it out of the park as Xavier. I agree, seeing him as kind of teetering on senile old man, was interesting. The line that I remember, though, is, correct me if I'm wrong, but don't they register his brain as a weapon of mass destruction? Look, that's a pretty good line. Especially when you're talking to Wolverine, who is a walking weapon of mass destruction. But there was a couple things I didn't expect in the movie. I'm not going to spoil anything. The first, 15 seconds of the movie, I did not expect at all. You know what I'm talking about? The first 3 minutes of the movie, I did not expect at all.
First 3 minutes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That was like, what is this? And then we realized what it was, and I was like, So when you watch this movie, be prepared for the first, probably 3 minutes, right? 3 minutes. You will enjoy it. I thought the girl who played X-23, I thought she did great. It was kind of a weird character to play. Grew a lot in the span of however long this movie ran, a couple hours. That character expanded quite a bit. Possibility, rumor of the director from this wants to do an X-23 spinoff. I'd probably watch it, depending on how they did that. She was very, very good. Now this movie is rated R, and that's for a reason. I would not say take your kids, little kids, to this movie.
No.
I would not
Tons
say
of
take
profanity.
Yeah, violence.
One flash of nudity.
Yeah. The part when they're never mind. The violence was just ramped up, which to me it makes perfect sense because of the fact it's Wolverine. Mm-hmm. It makes sense. There were some pretty cool scenes where Wolverine is fighting someone specific, but I'm not going to spoil that. That I thought were done well. You know what I'm talking about, correct? Okay. I thought they were done well. I thought that could have come across badly. I didn't think it did.
No.
It's interesting to see the ties or the references to things in the past from this movie, especially since this movie takes place in 2029, so it's the future. Like I said, I enjoyed it. I understand if there are a few issues. To me, though, and I think maybe you would agree, the 77 does seem low.
Yeah, I would say that's low.
Okay.
So give it a rating. I'm going to give it a rating and explain my rating.
I'm going to say, and again, this kind of hits me right in the sweet spot because I like Westerns and I like comic book movies, and this kind of hits it right there. Mm-hmm. I'm going to give this like a 9.
See that I'm gonna give this an 8, and my thinking is, to me, you have to be an exceptional movie to get a 9 from me.
Mm-hmm.
I score everything. I feel like I score on the bell curve pretty well, but my bell curve's at about a 7. Right? Most movies, to me, if you don't suck too badly, I give you a 7.
Yeah.
If you're better than average, I usually give you an 8. But to get a 9, you got to be pretty exceptional, and to get below, if you got to get a 4 or 5, you've got to be pretty freaking terrible to get that low.
Yeah.
But, so, this movie to me is an 8. However, I will caveat that and say, if it was out of 100, I would give this about an 88, 87 in that range.
So
because
right
it is
there.
a really good 8. But, like I said, to me, they just missed on enough things to where I don't feel like I can give this movie a 9 in good conscience.
Any major issues? Like anything you just did not like at all?
No, like I said, I think they did a great job of setting everything up, but I think the tone of the movie just missed a little. And
I get that.
like I said, it was just a little, I don't know. Like I said, to me, it just missed enough to where I can't say that this was a good enough movie for a 9.
I thought it was interesting to see references to X-Men comics. You see some of that in trailers, so that's not a spoiler. I thought it was interesting to see this also plays like a road trip movie, if you think about it. And I didn't think about that till just now. So I was going to say the transversal part of the movie is interesting.
No, it definitely does a lot of things right, and it's definitely worth the money to see in the theater. Especially since we paid like $4 today.
$4 for a matinee.
That's pretty freaking cheap.
And there were quite a few people in our showing.
No, like I said, overall good movie, and like I said, to me it just misses being a great movie by a hair to me, but your mileage is gonna vary.
Yep. If you like the other X-Men movies and you don't mind a little bit more intense violence, this is definitely a good movie to see. I know. I'm gonna recommend it to anybody who's have any questions at all. I thought a fitting last movie for Hugh Jackman. That's not spoiling anything. He's already announced this is supposedly his last Wolverine. I could see him maybe coming back for a Deadpool.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, this is supposedly his last Wolverine. I thought this was a fitting end to his, I think like 10 years or something like that.
Yeah, definitely agree.
Or so. And Patrick Stewart the same. I thought they were both in X-Men, the first X-Men together, and they were a big part of it. And I thought that was a good way for them both to go out at the end, if they're both done, which I think they are. So, we both recommend it here. By all means, let us know if you guys see this. We hope you do. We had a few new movies coming out in the next couple weeks. Next week's Kong Skull Island. Week after that is...
I don't think I'm going to have to break out a 9 for Kong Skull Island.
You think you are?
I don't think I'm going to have to.
We'll see. Week after that's Beauty and the Beast. Maybe that one will get up there. You never know. We've got a lot more coming. So yeah, by all means, like and subscribe. Like I said, like this video, subscribe to the channel. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Instagram. I post
Stalk
stuff
us.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I post stuff on my personal Facebook page and the channel's Facebook page. So yeah, until next time.
Thanks for staying till after the credits.